if you guys are anything like me, I am beyond tired of hearing about AI. I could care less about AI at this point, but I had some ideas and I was like, you know what? I have some money. I'm gonna buy a graphics card for my server. This is a Dell R720 XD server. I've had this thing for probably a year sitting on the shelf. I get free power at the data center, so you know what, guys? Might as well just put that server up there. So with that being said, the goal for this video is to get the server set up with Proxmox installed, and we'll move it over to the data center so we can do some initial testing. Let's get started. I don't know the first thing about graphics card. I'm a Mac guy, so of course that means I have zero knowledge of graphics cards because I don't like PCs. We're gonna be trying out Proxmox today with the graphics card, which from my reading and research, that is going to be a challenging first try, but I'm here for the challenge. I'm excited, so let's get started. To be fully transparent, I'm not taking this out to show you guys again. I will post text on the screen of what graphics card this is. I have zero recollection of it. Actually, it looks like it's an M40 24 gigabyte Tesla card. I bought this power cable here for the Dell server, which is about $8. I bought a second one for about $30 that this guy custom makes from eBay. This one got here faster, so I'm using that one. But that is pretty much all it is. The server already had the riser card in it, so essentially I slid the card in, I kind of went down an angle, put the locking piece back in, and that is the extent to installing the card. It's taking up a crap ton of space, but honestly it fits, and that's all I care about. And that's what she said. I'm just kidding. Anyways though, that is the card, and it was a lot simpler than I thought it'd be. The card fired up with the first cable I bought, which from my research was a 50-50 shot on whether or not I fried the server or if it works. So thankfully I got the good end of that bet, but it is fired up, it is working, and it is operational. For some reason this thing takes like 5 to 10 minutes to boot, so I'm gonna leave this here. But one quick note I do have is I did upgrade the power supplies to 1010 watt power supplies. I had 750 watt ones, but for my research, it was a lot better if I have a graphics card to get the upgraded power supplies. That way you're not running out of power. The graphics card alone can apparently take, I don't believe it, but apparently it can take about 300 watts of power. So if that's taking 300 watts, that only leaves 450 watts for RAM and the CPUs and SSDs. So I don't think we're ever gonna get close to the 1000 watts, but I trusted the research and I bought 2 new power supplies. So it's just money anyways. I mean, I'll make it back eventually. So I now have the server installed at the data center. Everything went well with the installation. I cannot show you much more than this image right here. But my friend and I did both put these servers in the data center. He has a Dell PowerEdge R730 and mine was an R720. So his was a bit newer. And he also put a different graphics card in there. I don't remember which one he used. But that being said, that was pretty much all in terms of the physical side of things. Let's take a look here at the virtual side of things. So here's basically how we are doing this. First of all, we have Proxmox as the operating system of the server. I'm using Proxmox to virtualize my AI virtual machine because I don't think I'm going to be using that much resources that I can't also use the server for other things. So I've added it into my cluster, and I'm happy to report to you guys that I now have 738 gigabytes of RAM available on my Proxmox cluster, which is completely overkill, and I don't even know why I ended up with that much RAM, but I do have 6 virtual hosts now in Proxmox, and that's really cool. So anyways, let's go back to this, what we're looking at now with the AI virtual machine. If we run the NVIDIA, I think it's SMI command, you guys will see that we can list, oh, it's very large. You'll see we have a list of the graphics card. So we have the Tesla M40 with 24 gigabytes of RAM, like I said earlier. We also have 65 watts out of 250 watts being used, which means we are not using like a ton of power. Now 65 watts is a decent amount of power, but we're not using like a complete ton. We are also running at about 45 degrees Celsius, which for those of you in America, it's 113 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's pretty warm, not super hot, but it's going to be fine. Okay, now that we have that out of the way, let's run BTOP and we can look at the specs of the virtual machine I'm using. So we are using a virtual machine, as I mentioned, and basically this virtual machine is decently moderately spec'd. So you'll see we have 16 cores on the virtual machine. This is essentially 2 sockets of CPUs on the host. Each socket is actually 4 cores and 2 threads. Then we have the RAM, which I only give it 16 gigabytes of RAM. Very debatable. I've seen mixed reactions online. Some people allocate a lot of RAM, some people don't. In my opinion, I don't think RAM is entirely necessary. We're not even using any RAM, basically. So I'm not super concerned about RAM. The other thing I did with the RAM though is I did set it up as a ballooning device on Proxmox, so I am pre-allocating all of the RAM. That way it's not available to any other device on the host, so no other virtual machine can overuse the RAM. But I'm never gonna go over 128 gigs of RAM. That being said, we can take a look here at my Python code. I have some Python code that I have put together. I can't say I've written it because I used AI to help me with AI, but we can take a look at the Python code here and look at what we're doing. So you'll see essentially we're just importing a few things. So we're taking interpreter. It is basically a utility or a library that we're going to use. We're going to use interpreter here, specifically the LLM model and they support, but we're using the Mistral Llama model, and we are basically just prompting it. So you'll see down here, everything from basically here on down is a system prompt. So it is what the agent will see when I run the command to start it, or the model. The model will see it when I start it, and then essentially it's just a matter of feeding it information from there. So what I'm training it to do is I'm training it to do things to my servers like updates or security improvements, maybe auditing my Nginx config, modifying my Nginx config, making it better. I'm training it to the best of my abilities with the system prompt, and I'll do some extra work with the training as well. Eventually, I'd love to get to a point where it can fully automatically do security updates for me, security improvements, general stuff like that. I think it'd be really nice. It would save me a lot of time if I can do something like that, but that is all for a future video. We are out of time. So thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. I will see you all in the next video.